Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. In this video, we will learn how to compare decimals value. In the first part of this video, we will learn how to compare decimal and decimal. Next, we will learn how to compare decimal and fraction. Lastly, I will give some questions. Now, how to compare between two decimal numbers. Which one is larger? 0.4 or 0.8. If we want to compare the value visually, first we will have to change decimals into fractions. So 0.4 into 4 tenths and 0.8 into 8 tenths. If you don't remember how to do it, refer to my video about the concept of the decimal. So now we know that 0.4 is 4 tenths. Now we have a square. Then we split the square equally into 10 equal parts because the denominator here is 10. Since the numerator is 4, thus we shed 4 equal parts. We do the same with 8 tenths. A square. Divide into 10 equal parts because the denominator is 10. Then we shed 8 out of 10 equal parts. We shed 10. We shed 8. Now, visually, we can see that 0.8 here, 0.8 is larger than 0.4. Therefore, 0.8 larger than 0.4. Next, which one is smaller between 0.2 and 0.7? Again, we change decimal numbers into a fraction. Here we have 2 tenths and 7 tenths. Now, we have a square again, split into 10 equal parts and shed 2 are out of 10 equal parts. And here also we have a square. Since we have 7 tenths here, so we shed 7 out of 10. If you see visually, we know that 0.2 is smaller than 0.4. Look here, this is 0.7 and this is 0.2. We can visually see that 0.2 is smaller than 0.7. Thus, 0.2 smaller than 0.7. Okay, so this is a number line between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1. You can see that all the decimal numbers are between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1, here we have decimal numbers. In a number line, when we go right, the value is increasing. Whenever we go right in a number line, the value of the number becomes larger. Therefore, if we want to compare the value between two decimal numbers, we can compare the number at the place value tenths. As an example, here we have 0.7 and 0.3. Between 0.7 and 0.3, 0.7 is at the right and 0.3 at the left. We know that 0.7 is larger, but we can also look at the place value tens. Here, the place value tens is 3. The number at the place value tens. Here, the number for 0.7, the number at place value tens is 7. 7 here. Since 7 is larger than 3, therefore 0.7 is larger and 0.3 is smaller. You look at the number at the place value tens. The place value tens. 7 and 3. Now, how to compare between decimal and fraction? Which one is larger? 0.5 or 3 tenths? First, we change 0.5 into 5 tenths. We change 0.5 into a fraction and we get 5 tenths. Then, we shed a square based on the fraction we get. Here we have 5 tenths. Therefore, out of 10 equal parts, we shed 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 3 tenths is a fraction. Then we can just shed 3 equal parts out of 10. Now, we can see that 0.5 is larger than 3 tenths. Look here, this is smaller. So, 0.5 is larger than 3 tenths. 0.5 larger than 3 tenths. This is the symbol for larger than. Next. Which one is smaller? Between 8 tenths and 0.4. Now, we change 0.4 into 4 tenths into a fraction. Now, 8 out of 10 equal parts and 4 out of 10 equal parts. Now, based on the picture here, we can see that 0.4 is smaller than 8 tenths. Thus, 0.4 is smaller than 8 tenths. And then this is the symbol for smaller than. Do we need to draw a diagram like this whenever we compare between decimal and fraction? No. Thus, how to compare between a decimal and a fraction? We have two ways. First, we change the decimal into fraction. We change the decimal into a fraction. Here, we have 0.6 and 3 tenths. So, we change 0.6 into 6 tenths. Here, this is 6 tenths. This is a fraction. Since we already know how to compare fractions with fractions, so we can directly compare them. Look at the numerator. 6 and 3. Look at the numerator because these two fractions have the same denominator, 10. They have the same denominator. Since 6 is larger than 3, therefore 0.6 is larger and 3/10 is smaller. Then, another way we can compare between a decimal and a fraction is we change a fraction into a decimal. We change the fraction into a decimal. Here, we have 4/10 and 0.9. Now, we change 4/10 into 0.4. We already learned that to compare between two decimal numbers, we just compare the number at the place value tens because this is 0, this one also 0, so we directly compare the number at the place value tens, 4 and 9. Since 4 is smaller than 9, therefore 4/10 is smaller and 0.9 is larger. These are some questions you have to answer. If you still have any problems, you can try to repeat and watch my video again. Thank you and goodbye.